Every farm truck in the whole county had sandbags on it. There were construction companies and trucking companies.
It's a team effort happening now in Beaver. Neighbors are joining forces to defend their homes and their property as the devastating floodwaters threaten their community yet again. Thanks for watching 2 News at 6 tonight. Tonight, even more help is on the way. That's because Governor Cox has declared a state of emergency for Beaver, Piute and Sevier Counties. It allows the state to send more resources to flood-impacted areas. If needed, federal resources are now available. Flooding in these areas have destroyed homes, washed out State Route 153, and disrupted culinary and agricultural water systems all along the way. It's been raining there again today, and this evening even more rain expected in the Beaver area during the next few days. Samantha Hoffman is in central Utah for us. And Samantha, how's it looking out there right now? We know there was a little rain earlier this evening.
Yeah, it's actually raining right now in Junction. I'm off Main Street right now. I'm at the Junction General Store. You can see the water starting to flow down here. Now, this was one of the stores that was affected last night. The water did flow in early around 8 p.m. before there were any barriers. I want you to pay attention to these big dirt mounds and the sandbags. The store says that those were crucial in preventing flooding into the store. I'm going to take a step out here and give you a little closer look at that. So as you can see, the water is flowing down here, but this big dirt wall as well as the sandbags are helping redirect it. That helps the water not fully reach the inside of the store. Now, all day I've been seeing people all throughout town adding more walls like this, adding more sandbags because they know this rain tonight could turn into something larger. The scene was once a lot more intense, though. The daughters of the store owner told me that the water was almost up to their knees at one point of last night. Now, Utah actually carved out a portion of Highway 153 yesterday to try and avert the water from getting into town. They say that the water was about 8 foot tall at the peak last night. So they carved out that portion of the road that helped water not get as far into businesses like this. But there was still some damage. The town water system has some effects. They also said that a berm that they had created is now destroyed. I spoke with the daughters of the store, talking a little bit about what they saw in the flooding last night.
I've never seen a flood before, and I knew they were quick, but I didn't know they were that quick.
I knew they were coming. Once all that debris and everything's down on the ground, there's nothing to stop it. Hopefully today won't be as bad, and we'll kind of have things in preparation for it this time.
The fire warden for the county told me that this has been a very positive community working together to try and add more things like these dirt walls and these sandbags. You're going to see those dirt walls also along Highway 153 to act as additional barrier, really hoping that there's not as serious flooding tonight. Live in Junction, Samantha Hoffman, KUTV News.
They could use a break. Samantha, thank you. Due to the flooding in City Creek, the Piute County Sheriff's Office says that everyone in Junction Town must now boil tap water before drinking it. Deputies say the water is not safe for making ice, brushing your teeth, or food prep either. You can still use it for flushing your toilets. Don't drink out of the toilet. Bottled water available for the Junction Firehouse for anyone who is in need right now. Well, the flooding is a direct result of the Cottonwood fire. That one started on June 22nd in the mountains 5 miles above Beaver. We all remember that, and when that first smoke plume came up. It was June 30th that we finally found out that there were cabins burning, 150 at all of the Eagle Point Resort, including townhomes as well. And just last week is when the flooding concerns started. Last week, first responders started gaining the upper hand of the fire, shifted their attention to possible flooding due to vegetation loss, and we've seen that happen. That brings us to Sunday, where we started seeing video of that mudslide and the water coming down the canyon. Heavy rain causing flash flooding and mudslides across Beaver. And just yesterday, UDOT announcing after getting this video here showing SR 153, it was washed out up the canyon in multiple areas because of that flooding on Sunday. Now, Beaver isn't the only spot dealing with flooding and mudslide concerns tonight. We're watching other areas as well. Eureka also bracing for the possibility of flooding off the Iron Fire burn scar. For the past 2 weeks, people who live there have been filling sandbags of their own, but is it going to be enough? Natalie Wattis spoke with the mayor and shows us everything the city's doing to prepare right now.
The mayor of Eureka tells me they're used to dealing with rain being in a canyon like this, but he says they have taken precautions.
I don't know, it's just hard to take in, really, because it's just so heartbreaking.
Kent Brewer has lived in Eureka for decades and had to leave his home when the iron fire came up to his backyard. You can see the burn scar right next to his house.
It come pretty close, yeah. It burned the corners of my fence down there, you know, on both corners, so I got to replace that. Yeah. But I'm considering myself very, very, very lucky.
But now flooding is the big concern.
And I'll worry about my friends and that down here, you know.
The mayor of Eureka, Robert Jenkins, says the sandbagging event earlier this month helped them prepare.
We knew that rain was going to come eventually, so we got them around some of the more critical homes. Me and city staff were able to assess water flows as we got our first heavy rain last night. We're able to position those to kind of keep water on the sides of the road instead of the middle of the road. He
says their drainage system did what it was supposed to do and directed a lot of the water out of town.
This Highway 36 right now.
This video taken by a Eureka resident on a highway near town shows how much rain came down.
Fortunately, the hill that we live in, there's rolling hills behind us, and back there we've seen some of that black mud and debris flows over there, but we haven't seen so much of it in town.
Do you feel that the city is prepared if heavy rains do come?
If the heavy rains do persist, I think we're more prepared for them.
Neighbors echo that.
I just hope everything works and we don't get a whole bunch of rain at one time and flood us. That's what I really hope.
The mayor of Eureka says they still have sandbags left over and are ready to distribute them if needed. Reporting in Eureka, Natalie Wattis, KUTV 2 News.
Natalie, thank you. Due to the high fire danger, all types of fireworks are banned in Eureka City for Pioneer Day. Thanks to Governor Cox's executive order, the mayor was able to request that ban. City leaders say it's necessary to protect public safety and also safeguard property. We do want to talk weather because we've had these two extremes of fire and now flooding. Meteorologist Chase Thomason here with that first alert forecast and more rain in the forecast.
Yeah, we've had some heavy rainfall over the Cottonwood burn scar. So we've been watching the Beaver River up the canyon. The good news, no debris flow, but still a lot of water coming down the canyon because of this heavy thunderstorm that is now pushing off to the east. But the flash flood warning continues until 7 o'clock. We're all watching a few more thunderstorms developing just to your west, now impacting Milford. So if they hold together, more heavy rain could be pushing over the Cottonwood burn scar. And we don't want any more flooding in that area. Southwestern Utah, you're dry in St. George, but we've got some heavy rainfall in northern and eastern Washington County, now pushing into Zion National Park with some small hail and frequent lightning, and flash flood warning continues for Bryce Canyon National Park. Away from those rivers, creeks, and those slot canyons, extra dangerous through this evening. We have some spotty showers and thunderstorms across northeastern Utah, a little bit of rain for our friends in Duchesne, especially on the east side of town, and more thunderstorms could be impacting you throughout the night. We have some light rain in Salt Lake and Utah County, but nothing too heavy at the moment, nothing like what we had last night, and a few thunderstorms north of Tremonton and more rain for our friends in Bear Lake. But notice, Weber County, you are dry. Coming up, I'll let you know where all this rain is going for tonight. Plus, it looks like some drier air is moving in as we wrap up the week. We'll break down your Pioneer Day weekend forecast coming up in just a few more minutes.
All right, Chase, we'll see you then. Investigators are still trying to figure out exactly what started this week's brush fires that happened in Roy and burned multiple homes. The flames destroyed 3 homes. The Roy City Fire Chief says the cause is under investigation. Witnesses think that it started near the railroad tracks. While that investigation plays out, the families who lost their homes, they're wondering what comes next.
I think they're just trying to navigate through the immediate stuff right now. Now they're dealing with their insurance companies and trying to figure out how to move forward from here.
Now tonight, neighbors say the family's immediate needs are being met, but the road to recovery, they say, will be uncertain.